warming up these shoulders, let's do some really big circles. This feels really good, especially on a cold morning. My body seems to get a little tighter when the weather's cold. So really exaggerating those circles. And do one more full circle, and let's switch direction. Nice. Let's drop those shoulders down as low as you can, and then pull them up to your ears. Drop them down. Pull them up. And we'll do one more time. Go ahead and drop them down. Pull them up. And now we're going to pull them forward. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better, but I'm going to roll them forward and then roll them back. And so I'm really emphasizing on opening up my shoulders, but now I'm engaging the chest and the back. Opening and closing. We'll do one more time forward and one more time back. And let's go ahead and bring our hands back to our neutral position. And I'm going to engage our necks now. So go ahead and look up and down. As you look up, go ahead and extend that chin out. Feel that stretch all the way across the neck. And let's look to the side, to the right and to the left. And bring your head back to center. Nice. All right, we're gonna get our upper body warmed up a little bit more here. What I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you raise those arms up and then bring them down. And as you raise them up, breathe in, exhale out as you drop them down. I'm gonna go a little quick. If it's too much, if you feel your body moving too fast, your breath moving too fast, just slow it down. But we're gonna do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring those arms down. Nice. All right. Starting to get that body warmed up. Bring those arms up. Let's twist to the right. Drop those arms down. Bring those arms up. Twist all the way to the left. Up. Let's do both sides one more time. And bring those arms up. And let's leave them up. Reach up towards the ceiling. Reach a little higher. And go ahead and drop them down. Nice. All right. Let's stretch out our sides now. Warm up that side body. I'm going to hang on to the chair. Make sure I'm nice and secure. Bring that opposite arm up. Let's lean over. Push that opposite hip down. Stretch a little further. And bring that arm back. This hand now secures the chair as the other hand moves up. And let's lean over. Nice stretch here. And bring that hand back down. It's going to secure onto the chair. Let me let Lydia in. Bring that opposite arm up. Let's lean over. And as we're leaning over, the arm that's up, I've got my left arm up. Let's extend that left leg out. Now I get a nice lean line here. Feel that stretch from the toes down to up to the fingers. And bring that arm up. Let's extend that arm towards that extended legs. Nice little windmill here. And bring that arm back down. We're going to hang on to the chair and bring that leg in. Nice. Let's do the other side. So now I'm going to hang on to the chair, bring that opposite arm up and lean over. And then let's take that leg, extend it out. Nice long stretch here. And let's go towards that extended leg. And bring the arms and legs back in. Nice, good job. All right. Let's go ahead and continue warming up the spine. We're gonna work on the front and the back. Let's do our cat-cow. So go ahead and rest your hands on your knees. We're gonna arch our back and look up, and then round that back, looking down. Try to make this very fluid, almost as if the spine is a snake. Let's do one last time. We'll go forward and back. And bring your body up. Nice, all right. So that was a nice forward and back movement. Let's move our body to the side. So it's almost as if I lift my rib cage up off resting on my hips, and I'm gonna do some nice circles here. So these are my egg beaters, but I gotta lift that rib cage up, allow that spine to move in a circular direction. Let's stop, change direction. We'll do one more full circle and bring your body back to its upright position. Nice, all right. We're gonna loosen up the hips here. Go ahead and take a knee and bring it up. If you can bring it all the way up, so my knee is actually setting on my chair so that I can give it a hug. If you're not able to bring it all the way up, you can bring your body down, but if you're able to bring it up, give yourself a hug. This is actually gonna loosen up the hip joint here. And then I'm gonna pull that knee down. And now I'm opening up the inside of the hip right here. If this is difficult to keep your leg this close, you can rest it on your knee as we do our figure four. This is gonna help open up the hip joint. Go ahead and bring that knee back up, give it one more hug, and set it down. Let's do the other side. So I bring that leg up, give it a little hug. You should feel a nice stretch across your glute. And then let's open up that leg, push it down. And now I feel an opening on the inside of the hip. And bring that knee back up, give it a hug, and let it loose. All right, nice. Opening up the hips there. Let's work on our knees and our thighs just by giving our legs a nice little swing. Bringing those legs forward and backwards. Warming up the knees. And go ahead and keep those legs out. Let's point the toes towards me and then point them towards you. Warming up the ankles, the shins. And we'll do some circles. We'll change direction. And go ahead and let those legs rest. Nice, all right. Great job. Okay, we're gonna move into our first move without weight. We're just gonna use our body. I'm gonna have you take your left arm and reach up across as if you're grabbing a rope or something up towards the ceiling and pull that hand down to your hip. We're gonna reach across to the other side and pull it down. Our next move is gonna reach straight across our body to our hip, straight across to our hip. So we've got 4 movements here. We're gonna pull up, up, across, across. All right, we've got this. So make sure your feet are flat on the ground, your body's nice and secure. Back is straight. And we'll do 10 of these. 1, up, up, across, across. 2, this is great for the spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, up towards the ceiling, up towards the ceiling. Reach across, and pull it back to the hip. Nice, all right. Great movement for the spine and the shoulders. Let's go ahead and put those arms out, airplane arms here. We're gonna do our tiny, tight circles here. These are a little faster, warming up the deltoids, building up the arm muscles. Now visualize you have some kettlebells in your hands. Both hands are holding kettlebells. Let's move to our medium-sized circles. Really visualize that you've got some weight in those hands. Still have those weights. Let's create some big circles. Whew. One big circle, and let's stop, open those palms up. Let's go in the reverse direction, still making big circles. I know your arms are burning, right? Let's move to our medium circles, palms still open, bringing energy into the body. One more. Whew. And let's move to our tiny circles. And rest those arms. Woo, nice. All right, I can really feel that. Okay, let's shake those arms out. Nice. All right, we're gonna work on our legs a little bit before we pick up the weights, just to get those legs warmed up. And what I did is I opened my legs so my feet are flat on the ground, but they're on the outside of my legs. I'm just gonna lift my body up and then set it back down. So I'm warming up these legs before I get started. You can use the chair if you need to, or if you're not able to leave the chair, just push against the ground. That's still gonna engage these muscles. Just push, that's still gonna work. But I'm gonna lift my body up, and I'm gonna lift up for a count of 5. 1, 2, not too fast, use that strength in your thighs. 3, 4, 5, push up and lower yourself back down, and let's bring those legs back in. Nice, all right. Okay, I think we're nice and warm, loosened up. Let's go ahead and grab our weights. Great. I've got one weight in each hand. I'm going to point my palms towards you, rest them towards my knee. We're going to start with our bicep curl. This is when we curl up to our shoulders, but we have that additional move where we open up those elbows, open up those arms, bring it back to the starting position. And we'll do 3 repetitions, starting with a count of 10. 1, open up that door. 2, keep your back protected, nice and straight. 3, abdomen's nice and tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice big arms, open up, close the door, back to the start. Awesome job, nice. Our next repetition will be for a count of 8. Make sure your body's nice and strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice and wide arms. Bring them back in. Shut the door. Awesome. All right. One last repetition. Our last one will be for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice big arms. Pull it back in. Drop the elbows and back to the start. Nice. All right. If you need to shake those wrists out, go ahead and shake those hands out. We're going to do our bicep curls again. This time we're going to move so our palms are facing each other. So my palms are facing each other, resting at my knees. Very similar move. We bring those weights up to our shoulders. But once they're here, we're going to lift one arm, then the other arm, and then bring them back down. And visualize that you're really pushing, show some resistance when you push those weights back down. All right, this move we'll also do for 3 repetitions. First repetition is 10. 1, bring it up, push up, push it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lots of energy in this last one. Up. Really push down. Nice. All right. Our next repetition will be for a count of 8. I'm going to turn sideways. Make sure you guys can see me. 1. Push up and down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Last one. Lots of energy. Up, up. Push it down. Nice. All right. We have one last repetition. Our next repetition will be for 6. Go ahead and rest those palms facing each other. Raise them up towards the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one in this rep. Push up, lots of energy. And push them both down. Nice, good work. All right. Whew. All right, I'm gonna scoot myself back in the chair, nice and secure here. I'm gonna rest my hands at my sides, palms are facing each other. We're gonna move up into our airplane mode. And so we're just gonna pull those arms up, bring them back down. This first repetition will be for a count of 10. Make sure your back is nice and straight, feet are flat on the ground. Keep that back protected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it for a moment as long as you're able to. Extend that energy outward and release. Good job. Okay, our next repetition is for a count of 8, and we're going to add a little variation. Bring those arms up into airplane mode, flip them facing up. And we're going to flip them down and lower. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Nice, good job. If you need to shake out those shoulders, loosen them up. Our last repetition is going to be for a count of 6. We're going to add one more variation here. So we bring those arms to airplane arms, twist up, all the way up as if we're doing a jumping jack. Back to our airplane arms, twist and down. We'll do this for a count of 6. This is a really tough move. If it's too much, if it hurts to bring those weights over your head, just leave them out in the airplane arms. That will be great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6, all the way up, back to our airplane, and release. Whoo, great job, nice, all right. Go ahead and shake those arms out, shake those shoulders out. Whew, good work. All right, we'll continue working on these upper arms. I'm gonna do that by raising our weights up overhead and we'll drop them down. This is this exercise where we lift those weights up. So my arms are straight up, I drop them down. The exercise is actually lifting them back up towards the ceiling. You can use one weight and use both hands. You can use both weights, or you can do it without weights. We'll do 3 repetitions, starting with a count of 10. Make sure that back is protected. Tuck those hips underneath, feet flat on the ground. Lift those arms up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring those arms back to the start. Good work. Go ahead and shake it out. 2 more repetitions. Our next one's going to be for a count of 8. Whew. Let's bring those arms up and drop down the hands for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back down. Nice. All right, again, shake those arms out. We have one last repetition. This one's going to be for a count of 6. Arms up, drop those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and bring them back down. Good work, good work. All right, nice. Okay, let's take those weights and put them at the side again. We're gonna draw up our arms using our elbows, almost as if there's strings on the elbows, pulling the elbows up. Now your shoulders might want to come up too. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Imagine everything's going from the elbow. Don't let the shoulders creep up. Feet are nice and flat, and we'll do 3 repetitions, hands resting at your side. And let's begin with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. All right. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're staying nice and relaxed. Our next move we're going to do for a count of 8, and we're going to add a variation. So again, we pull up from the elbows. Once we get to this position, we're just going to open up those arms back to scarecrow and down. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, open up those arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can feel my deltoids, 8, and release. Nice. All right. Whew, I can feel that. Arms are nice and warm. Loosen up those shoulders. We got one more repetition. Last repetition is for a count of 6. I'm going to add just a little variation here. Again, I pull up from the elbows. From here, I'm just going to lift those arms up in front of me. So if I were to go sideways, you see my arm coming up and then it just flips up. So it just rotates from down to up. And we'll do this for a count of 6. So arms are resting at my side. Pull up from the elbows. 1, and then bring them up. Back down. 2, 3, really using that rotator cuff. 4, 5, 6, and release. Nice. All right. Okay. Loosen up those shoulders. Let those arms loose. Good job. Let's go ahead and rest those weights on your knees. So my weights are just resting on my knees. This is when we move those weights up in front of us and drop them back down. And we're going to do this for a count of 10. Make sure you're not curling that back in. Keep it nice and straight. Feet are flat on the ground. We'll begin with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it as long as you're able to. Push those arms out. Imagine you're pushing something away from you. And slowly drop them. Nice, good work. Our next repetition will be for a count of 8. I'm going to add a variation here. I'm going to raise them up and then I'm going to split them. Bring them back together before I lower them down. So I raise them up, split the opposite side. Bring them back together. And we'll do this for a count of 8. And we won't do both sides. Each count will have a right or a left. So 1, bring them up, split them apart. bring them back together and drop. 2, bring them up, split the opposite side. Bring them back together and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Nice, good job. Okay, we have one last repetition. The next repetition is 6. And this repetition, we're gonna start in the center. We're gonna go split, split, and that's gonna be 1 count. So you actually get to do right and left for the count of 1. Take a deep breath. Make sure your back is nice and straight. Feet are flat on the ground. Push those arms out. 1, split apart, 2, 3, 4, 5, you got this. 1 more, 6. Whew. And down. Whew, nice, all right, good job. Shake those arms out. Great work, all right. Okay, let's start working on our side muscles here. And we're gonna do that by doing our side bends here. And so you wanna make sure you have a nice comfortable position where you're nice and sturdy in the chair. I'm gonna lean over to the right, bring my opposite arm up. And let's do this side bend for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring your body back up. Awesome. Continuing to work on these core muscles here. I've got my weights. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to put them near my knee. This is just lifting from one side of the knee to the other side. But as I do this, my arms are extended out. So my arms are extending out, which is forcing me to really use my core to keep my body nice and strong during this move. We'll do this for a count of 10. So rest it to one side and let's cross it over. 1, bring it back. 2, bring it back. 3, you should feel your abdomen working in this move. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back and rest. Good work. Okay. 1 more, and this time our weights are going to be behind us. So we're going to like pass it to that person behind us, pass it to that person behind us. So again, we're using the core. As we move up and down, we just use different muscles throughout our core. So my weights are in one hand, and I'm going to pass it to the person to the right of me, and then to the left of me. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, pass it, both people. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to the start. Awesome job. Nice. All right. Whew, feeling good. We're going to do our wood chops now. And I do this by have my weights, 1 in each hand. I'm going to bring both my weights to one hip. And this is the move where we open that arm up and chop that wood down. You don't have to use weights. You can just use your hands. This is still a great exercise, opening up the chest using the arm muscles. Body's nice and secure. I open my legs just a little bit to give me a little more stability and a little more space as I bring my arm up and down. One hand is moving. You can rest both on one hip though, and we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, chop that wood. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's switch hips. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you guys are wonderful. 7. You guys are so strong. 8, 9, 10. And down. Nice. Bring those weights to the first hip. Same move, only now I'm going to use my arms together. So I'm going to pull them both up, pull them both down. And we have a tendency to want to go straight over our head. It's still a wood chopper. We want to go over to the side as much as we're able to. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, chop it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Let's switch hips. Opposite side. Another count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. Nice job. Weights are still in my hands. I've got one on one hip, one on the other hip. We did a similar move when we were warming up without weights, where we reached across the body and brought our hands back to our hip. I'm going to do that same side move, only now we have weights in our hands. And go ahead and find a position in your chair where you feel comfortable twisting your body. My feet are pointed outward at a 45-degree angle. Gives me more availability to twist. We'll do this for a count of 10. And we'll do both to the right and to the left on one count. 1, bring it back, other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, great job. Go ahead and put those legs back together. We're going to rest those weights on our leg. We're going to start moving to our lower body now. So my weights are resting on my knees. And this is the move where we go up onto our tiptoes. And when we do so, we really want to feel these calves really restricting, really tying them together, engage those calves. You're also going to be engaging the foot and the arch of the foot. And so weights are resting on the knees. Let's do our tiptoes for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold those tiptoes as high as you can. Feel those calf muscles really pulling tight. And release. And let's go ahead and set these weights down. Go ahead and set them back. Great job. Nice. All right. We're going to continue working on our core and our lower body. And our first move is going to be when we lift our knees up. I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders and I'm going to touch those knees. I'm going to touch those knees to my elbows. And as I cross over my body. And we'll do this for a count of 10. And as we do each count, we'll do right and left. So rest those fingertips on the shoulder blades. And let's begin. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest those arms. Very similar move. I'm going to touch my toe. So I'm lifting that leg up, only now I'm not going to bend my knee. The leg is going to be as straight as I can as I touch my toe. I'm using the left hand, touching the right toe. Then I'm going to do the other side. So very similar move to what we just did, only our legs are straight. So if you need to adjust your body inside your chair, and we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, do the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And rest those arms. Nice. All right. Woo, take a deep breath. These moves are going to be very similar. We're just going to adjust how we touch those toes now. I'm going to bring those arms out into airplane again. I'm going to touch my toe, only now I'm going to bend down to touch that toe. But again, I'm crossing over. So left hand's moving down to touch that right toe as I move into my windmills. Now, because my head is dropping down, be careful if you come up too fast, you might get dizzy. So it helps to focus maybe on the screen or ahead of you, or just slow that pace down if you feel yourself becoming dizzy. So my legs are pointed outward at a 45-degree angle. Knees and toes are pointed in the same direction. Arms are out. And let's do our windmills for a count of 10. 1, both the right side and the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out, extend them nice and big, and release. Whew, nice, great job. Keep your legs at a 45-degree angle, pointed out. We're gonna do our cherry pickers. I'm gonna bring those arms up. I'm gonna turn and face one of my legs, and I'm gonna lean over that leg if you're able to touch the ground. Then I'm gonna walk all the way across to the opposite leg as I bring my arms up. Really emphasizing the side of my body, bringing that whole weight of my upper body upward. And we'll do 5 one direction, and we'll do 5 in the other direction. So bring those arms up, and let's begin. 1, drop it down, walk across to the other leg, bring that heavy body up. 2, 3, 4, last one this direction, 5. Arms up, nice. Keep those arms up nice and high. Let's turn and face the other leg, and let's drop that body down. Walk across, picking up those cherries. Bring that body up, emphasizing your sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, Arms all the way up, reach them up towards the ceiling, a little higher, and release. Nice, great job. Go ahead and loosen those shoulders up. Legs are still apart. I'm gonna go ahead and take my elbows and rest them onto their extended legs. And just take a breath here. Feet are flat on the ground. We're gonna move our body all the way down. So you wanna make sure you're secure in your chair. When you're ready, go ahead and drop those hands, drop the shoulder, drop the head. And go ahead and bring those elbows back to your knees. All right, good job. From here, take those hands, push those legs apart. It's a nice stretch on the inside of the thighs here. So I'm pushing against those thighs, opening up those legs, but still letting the weight of my body hang down. That adds a little bit extra stretch. Okay, let's add some resistance. Try to close those knees together as you push those arms apart. So close and push at the same time. You should feel this on the back of your arm as you're trying to resist the legs from closing. Feel it on the inside thighs as you're trying to close those legs, and the arms won't let that happen. A little bit more. Nice. Go ahead and bring that body all the way up to sitting position. Go ahead and bring those knees back together. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and place my ankle onto my knee. We go into our figure 4 position here. So the body is nice and straight, spine is straight, ankles resting on the knees. Lift that rib cage up like we did during our circles, and let's bring that body forward. Don't let the back of the shoulders round. Keep that back straight as you lean forward. You should feel a nice stretch in the hip there. Go ahead and bring the body back up. Don't take that knee down yet. We're going to do this one more time. Deep breath. Okay, lift that rib cage up. Back is nice and straight. Let's lean forward. And bring the body back up. Go ahead and let that leg cross over. We're going to do our spinal twist here. So my legs are crossed. My body is still nice and straight, lifting that rib cage up. I'm going to look at the back of my chair. I can use the back of the chair to twist behind me, so I actually use it to help me twist. And go ahead and come back forward. And let's twist the other direction. And come back forward. Nice. Go ahead and uncross that leg. Let's do the other side now. So bring that ankle up to the knee. Body's nice and straight. Spine is straight. Lift that rib cage up. And go ahead and bring the body forward. Again, you're going to feel that stretch in the hip here. Breathe into that tightness. And bring your body up. Leave it in this upright position. Again, spine is nice and straight. Lift that rib cage up. And let's lean forward. Go ahead and bring that body up. Go ahead and let that leg cross. We'll do a spinal twist with the legs crossed in this direction. Spine is nice and straight. Lift that rib cage. I'm going to use the back of my chair to help me twist. And look behind you. And come back forward. And let's twist the other direction. And come back forward. Nice. Go ahead and untwist those legs, uncross them. I'm going to do a nice little sweeping move. Get the whole body relaxed, release anything that was built up during that exercise. I'm going to bring those arms up nice and high. And let me show you first to make sure that you can see, we've done this before. When we sweep all the way down, bring those hands and they come up so palms are facing up as high as you can. And then we're going to sweep them back down and bring them up. So real simple, right? But this really helps release any tension in the lower back. Also, it's going to help loosen up the shoulders. So let's go ahead and do this for a count of 3. So let's lean forward and sweep that ground. 1, palms facing up. And we're going to sweep against the ground again, all the way up. 2, face those palms up. Bring them back. Last one, 3. And bring those arms back up. Nice. Let's reach up a little bit higher. Bring those arms into goddess position. Pull those shoulder blades back. Let the head drop back. Bring those arms back up, nice and tall. Let's do that goddess position one more time. Bring those arms into goddess. Try to touch those shoulder blades, head falls back. Bring those arms up and go ahead and circle them down. Nice, all right. Let's just do one last release in the neck and the shoulders. Loosen them up, shake those arms out. And take a deep breath in and let it go. All right, okay. I had a little something I wanted to share. We're just a couple minutes early, just a few minutes early here. So, but each day I try to share a little concept about health. Maybe it's Ayurveda, different things. But this one here has to do with anxiety. And I think that it's hard not to feel anxious during these uncertain times, and uncertain because of the pandemic, uncertain because there's unrest in the political realm. There's just a lot going on right now. And sometimes our body may be sensing all of this movement, and it could be affecting our health, and we may not even realize that it's affecting our health. So I wanted to share a little bit of information about anxiety. And so I talked about Ayurveda and us having constitutions, and there was Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And we're all of this, but many of us might be predominantly Vata or Pitta. We're all just a little unique. And so the constitution or the dosha Vata is movement. It's movement, it's air and it's ether, and there's just a lot of movement. And so anxiety is a Vata condition, which means there's a lot of movement. And it really is happening in the mind. The mind is what creates anxiety. It's what creates the thoughts about what's happening, and it's what creates that feeling that you might have when you feel anxiety. And so I wanted to share that each of us might be feeling anxiety different. Some of us might become hypervigilant, where we're just aware of everything. Every little sound, we notice it, right? We're just a little more on edge, and that's a way that we might be feeling anxiety. Some of us may have extreme conditions where we become almost like a panic attack, right? When the heart starts beating super fast and we can't catch our breath. We may even have hyperventilation. That's a part of anxiety. Anxiety could also be as simple as just those thoughts. I just can't get rid of those thoughts. They just keep coming, right? That monkey mind, that's anxiety. And then we also have a condition in anxiety where we just shut down, right? It's just too much and our mind doesn't want to deal with it. And so then I can't act it all. And that's like that deer in the headlight, right? They're just, they just don't know what to do. And so they freeze. So those are different ways that we might experience anxiety. And you may be experiencing even different than what I'm sharing right now. But the way that Ayurveda sees anxiety is that it's movement and it's in the mind. So the way that we calm anxiety is by bringing ourselves back into our bodies. And I know not everyone can do meditation in the morning, but today's meditation was about coming back into your body, But you can do a simple trick if you're starting to feel anxious. So the mind is racing, or you're starting to feel like your heart is beating faster. And what you do is you bring your attention back to your body. And the best way is to ground ourselves is to visualize your feet. So really pay attention to your feet. Notice how they feel in your socks and your shoes. If you're able to take your socks and shoes off and feel the ground, but this sensation of feeling our feet pulls our energy down out of our mind through our body and connects it to the earth. And so that's one way, if you start to feel anxious, is to bring that energy down. There's also the idea that you put your fingertips together.